I was hoping you would. I mean,
Alright, so before I perform, I just have a couple announcements. So, as Kayla was saying, when she was reading, the original theme for this open mic was going to be controversy, but in light of Florence and other events, I decided to change that, and so the next Nocturne reading that's coming up next Monday, October 1st, that's going to be controversy night, so bring a controversial piece or two or three by you or anybody else. Plus, if you know Nocturne with controversial pieces, they're a bit more relaxed there, and so. And then the next Barnes reading at the end of October is going to be a combination of either something about Samhain or All Hallows Eve and mental health awareness, or just about mental disorders in general. So, with that, here we go. So, the first piece I'm going to read is by Miss Alison Fell. A fellow at Nocturne actually let me borrow this book and another one, but I really want to keep it. Yeah, well. Alright. So, burning questions. You are a lynx and a liar, and I have my father's dancing eyes. And laughter crackles between us like snakes or lightning in the quick dab of lip. Laughing we touch and fly. We are buzzing and crafty, uncatchable. Laughing we deny what is darkest in us, the words strong shadow, the need to choose. What shall we do with each other? I know the shock of the future and the whistling silence. I do not know you. You may be translucent. I may pass right through. Sit down and settle. Let me melt into you. You must tell me your truths and see if I sting. Gives me shivers every time. So, for those of you who don't know, what's mainly in here are receipt poems. So I'll read one of these, and then I have a piece of fresh shite. There it is. I read this one last time, but that's alright. Repetition is quite alright. So this is in the spirit of many shootings, but I gave this mainly a Chicago theme. A lot of people call it one of the murder capitals of the country, but and there's some truth to every joke, unfortunately. So this is just untitled. 23 Chicago weapons raining down thunder bullets on those who live above primordial lakes. The shores take on new colors: cannon fire, blood red, sulfur aroma. Therapy helped the survivors, biological stains, the map. We lost the map, sea levels rising, oceanic newborns, drop universal bombs from this piercing first outcry into this perilous life. 23 Chicago lives echoing last physical world words before the astral plane retrieves passengers to familiar other sides. Blue suits without morality, open fire. Each to their individual definition, knights of the Eighth Order, over and out until bodies hover beside the surrealist Apple Man. He carries a stone face, a heavy granite heart, and lungs of tarnished bronze. 23 Chicago pens thrown with full ink in memoriam to the falsely slain in mid-ground. Midwestern warmth needed not the statistic of a tragedy. Remember the innocence of the street barber, and the amused tally up another forbidden lawbreaker in the ungentrified shadows. Moral compass, metropolitan feet of anxiety lost, strolling with anticipation to jump the gun. One skokie heart, taking every vacated train to weep at every sight of blank injustice. How many more will we lose? How many ravens to alert the dusk that doom is on its way? And this piece Ashley's. I also wrote this today. So this is a part of something major that I'm working on, creating a little chapbook, but it's sort of a companion piece to something big that's coming. So just have to get this out. You creators know what I'm talking about, where you have to just get something on the parchment. And this is written from a woman's point of view. This character I made up, and her name is Rosita Fuego, and this piece is just called Fuego, the Song of Mentality. How can I manipulate the marionette of flesh when the dark-cornered puppeteer has cut her own strings? How can I feel my way through the dark of fascism when the sheeple throw away unity and take off from soil with metal wings? Brightest voices of the West are seen out vacationing on an ego trip. How can they feel the presence of the listener when they are loving the financial whip? Cursed by the 21st century plague of fame, rodents swimming away from their sinking ship. In my world of humility, I am but a mute bystander. In my mind's third eye, I am but a bardic outlander. In my country of necessary rebellion, my allies turn on their very own commander. I am Fuego, I am the keeper of chaos and disorder. On this sacred land of diversity, there are no existent borders. I am Fuego, I leave no thorned rose to wilt amongst the polychromatic hues. Silvery, sun-shaded fanatics are singing the vile reds and misty blues. I am Fuego, I am a passion flame, crystal inferno. I am love, I am a Chicago huntress, guerrilla undertow. A lady by the curtains of pious society, a queen of suburbia, I should turn to be this frail year. A person by my own perspiration and recognition, a lover of the songs this life has reached my thirsty ears. When one climbs the mountains of mirrors, one transcends their own vanity. No one outside the cloud realm understands the gauntlets of depression. Bring me to this green apple kingdom for the sake of sanity. For another serving of storm salad is sure to hinder my expression. Mothers sent off to serve the high command in their prime, desperately wiping away the dust to find seashells to cook and masticate. Swine in battle gear and full snarl choose the love-making of war over the dance of hate. Order of the blood-stained suits shed no tears when leaving behind the muses and fates. They called this the Holy Land, but they enter the desolate and sublime. How can I learn to fly when these wings have been turned to the scales of the Viridian Sea? How can I learn to love when this heart has been turned to a skipping stone that misses every beat? Thank you. So besides the aforementioned announcements, does anybody else have any announcements about any events coming up?
Ren Fair. Renaissance Festival.
Oh, awesome. Love the
true.
Ren Festival.
I'm a Rennie. I've been going since I was 11.
Oh, wow, okay.
Fanatic.
So here's some mead to you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I miss mead.
I love mead.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming out and just bearing the naked soul up here. It means a great deal, and hope to see you all next Monday at Nocturne, 7:30. And one more Hemper Can John's going.
Here, I'm going to do one more.
Yeah,
though, because I wanted to comment on everybody's reading, because that's what I do. But, you know, it's interesting to hear everybody discussing, you know, to me, poetry itself is a sacred space. And